what I want to talk about is how you guys can remain as productive as possible. How many of you guys would love to be able to raise your level of productivity? Move your hands. Okay, great. My big secret hack is a chart that I've given Evelise. I think we'll cover a good amount now. However, I'm going to show a little bit more at the event. Actually, a lot bit more. So how am I going to do this? Because I don't have my whiteboard. I want every one of you guys to go grab a pen and a paper. All right, go grab your pen and your paper, please. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
After 2 minutes.
Do you all have a pen and paper? Awesome, so cool. So what I like to do is, and I'm going to show you guys two things, okay? So it works hand in hand. Does that make sense? Awesome. So first, which is what every one of you guys should already be doing. What is your goal for, like, what are you looking to accomplish for that week? Or let's just say, all right, I have a goal of making $10,000 in a month. How many of you guys would love to make $10,000 in a month? Ayla, Trang, how dare you guys? You guys should be depressed if you make $10,000 a month. You'd be like, what did I do
You'll be happy to
wrong?
make 10K a month.
Nope. You gotta let go of that shit. I ain't making $10,000 a month. I'm making 30 grand
All
a
right,
month.
50K a month. Let's
There
go.
you
There
go.
we go.
I was going to say that.
You guys can't be happy with $10,000 a month. Shoot.
I'm grateful.
You call it what you want to call it. I will, me personally, you think I'm gonna be happy if I'm making $10,000 a month? Dude, I'm gonna be ready to chop someone's head off. What, 10,000? All right. So you have to figure out what your goal is. All right. And you could do $10,000 a day, but Val, I do want to remind you, if you've never experienced $5,000 in a day, $10,000 a day, it's not realistic, right? And not saying that you have to do things realistic, because quite frankly, you don't. But if you're not, you're never going to be able to sustain it, is what I'm trying to say to you, right? You're not going to be able to sustain it because you don't have that. You may make $10,000 in one day, but then you're going to go right back down to no dollars the next. All right. Let's just say we have a goal of doing $10,000 a month. How many of us will be happy with $10,000 a month to start? Trey, you motherfucker, or Reet, you guys are playing with me. You gotta raise your lids, guys.
We want to be supportive, Junior. You never asked the higher number.
Yeah, why don't you do that for us?
All right. So $10,000. So let's do the math. So everyone pull out your phones. Charter says 10,000 US dollars is 70,000 for me. There we go. Charter's okay with 70,000. So put out your phones, and what I want you guys to do is put 10,000 on your phones. 10,000, just like this, right? Guys, for me, everything that I'm gonna do, I know the numbers. Does that make sense? For me, I'm not guessing. I know the numbers. I know the math. I've broken it down many times before. Does that make sense? Awesome. So 10,000 is my number. All right, now I'm gonna divide this by 30 because it's 30 days in a month. How much am I left with? Type the answer in the chat. Hey, Trang, I know you wanna be Asian, but can you please try doing the math again?
Oh my gosh, Trang.
It's for 50K. You tell us not to go for 10K.
Oh, okay. I was telling them to do, okay, cool beans. Your job is to do 300. If you want to make 10K, right, in 30 days, what I want you guys to do is draw a box, just like that. Very good. So you draw a box, and then you draw a line down the middle, and a line down the middle vertically, and a line down the middle horizontally, which then leaves you with 4 boxes. You found it? I think I brought it. So you're going to put on the top urgent and non-urgent. Actually, you guys can see, correct?
Yes.
Can you guys see?
Yes, we can.
Awesome, great. So I may not even need it. And then on the side, if you see, you're going to put needed here and not needed here, right? So needed and not needed. This means needed or not needed. Is your presence needed? Is your presence unneeded? All right. And now I'm going to show you guys with a quick exercise. How many of you guys love exercises? Yeah. All right. So I'm going to share with you guys in a quick exercise how this is done. So Val, type in the chat 3 things that you did today. 3 things that you did today. Type it in the chat. 3 things that you did today. Mike Wade, type in the chat. 3 things that you did today. Robert Lorenz, type in the chat. 3 things that you did today. Kim Shane, type in the chat. 3 things that you did today. Is that 4 or 5 people? All right, I need one more person. Angela Gray, type in the chat. 3 things that you did today. 3 things that you did today. Thomas says, I paid live Satori. All right. Tammy, okay, I'll grab 6 or 7. Tammy, type 3 in the chat. Type 3 things that you did today, Tammy. And Mel, type 3 things that you did today in the chat as well. Just because I love you guys. Guys just made my assignment a little bit more complicated. All right. So Kim Shane says, right? Kim, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So Kim says, read a book, grocery shopping, took my daughter to the store. All right. Val says study, laundry, and onboarding. Emma says, did I choose Emma? I hope I did. If not, definitely created a problem for me. Mindset. All right. And Tammy, mindset, orientation, and shovel snow. Okay, great. Now that you guys have your things, and I'm just showing you guys an example, I'm going to just look at some of these things, all right? We're going to categorize them into urgent, non-urgent, needed or not needed, whether your presence is needed or it's not needed, okay? Now, again, I need you guys to remember, your goal for the month is to make $10,000 a month or $333 daily, right? Now, this is where you guys get messed up because you say that you have a goal, but then you do nothing that will get you to that goal. I'll give you an example. Is reading a book gonna make me $333 for the day? Yes or no? Yes or no? No. So is it urgent or is it non-urgent? It doesn't depend on a book. Reading, I'm sorry, I have lots of books. Reading is not gonna help me make 330. You think I'm gonna just read a fucking book and money's just gonna fall out of fucking sky? Is that how you think it works? Show me the fucking book. I'll fucking read the shit out of it then. All right. So it's non-urgent. Am I needed to read that book or am I not needed to read that book? No, I'm needed. So I think you guys don't understand. So I'm needed to read that book. If I want to gain the knowledge from that book, I need to be there. I need to be present observing that book. Does that make sense? All right. So I'm needed, but it's not urgent. So I'm going to put it on this chart right here. Grocery shopping. Is grocery shopping going to get me to my $333 daily? In fact, it may make me negative $333. All right. Am I needed to go grocery shopping or am I not needed? Am I needed to go grocery shopping or am I not needed to go grocery shopping? All right. Quite frankly, guys, I'm not needed to go grocery shopping. We have DoorDash, we have Uber Eats. I don't need to go grocery shopping, right? So I want you guys to also think about that. Me going grocery shopping isn't a need. Took my daughter to the store. Is that urgent? Is that going to get me $333 a day? Is it needed or is it not needed? Does my daughter need me to take her to the store? Not needed. Do you think Kim is on track to making his $10,000 month? Yes or no? Yes or no? The problem is we always want to put emotions into these things. And Kim, by all means, you are an amazing person. You want to spend time with your daughter. You want to provide groceries and you want to read a book. Amazing. All these things are emotionally amazing, emotionally sound. But logically speaking, is this going to get me to my desires of $10,000 a month? Yes or no? All right. Val, same exact thing. Study, laundry, onboarding. Is studying going to get me $333 a day? Is it urgent or non-urgent? 930-348. No. Laundry. Is it urgent or non-urgent? Laundry may be urgent. I urgently need to clean my damn clothes. However, do I need to be the one doing it? Yes or no? No, I don't need to be the one doing it. I can delegate it. onboarding sheet, urgent or non-urgent. Apparently someone made money without doing onboarding sheet. Actually, that's different than orientation. Okay. Yeah, you should have did that. I think you should have did that. That was productive. All right, Emma, work, clean, and exercise. So do we actually start seeing and are we becoming aware of what's going to get us to that outcome? Are we aware of those things so far? Now, this is where it gets tricky. All right. Mindset orientation, shovel snow. Shoveling snow ain't gonna make you no money. Book club follow-ups mindset, right? The only one thing in here that I see that can potentially be something is follow-ups, but that still don't account to nothing because it ain't the follow-up, it's the actual the appointment. So now that I have a bunch of things, right? I have look at my thing, right? I have my things in urgent, right? Let's just say I had a few things on urgent, I had a few things on not urgent, I had a few things on needed and not needed, right? So this is how my book looks. It's a bunch of things. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make room for my success. I am going to schedule time for me to be successful. How many of you guys actually schedule time for you to be successful? Wiggle your hands. Every single day, you guys should be scheduling time for you to be successful. If you're not scheduling time for you to be successful and just hoping and waiting for time, you're always going to have something that's going to pop up. How many of you guys feel that? I want to be successful. I want to do this thing, but I don't schedule it. There's always something that's stopping me from doing that thing. Wiggle your hands. So you're not scheduling and making time for that thing. This is how it's going to look. I'm going to choose how many hours I want to sleep every day. Some of you guys say 5 hours. Some of you guys say 6 hours. Some say 8 hours. When I first did this, I did 4 hours. And I didn't do 4 hours consecutively. You know why? Because I was fucking broke. I didn't have shit. I actually did 2 hours from the hours of 10 o'clock a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. and 10 o'clock p.m. to 12 o'clock a.m. Those would have been my 4 sleeping hours every single day, 2-hour intervals. And what I would do as soon as I wake up, my urgent task gets placed. My urgent tasks that I needed to be present for are the things that I'm going to do first as soon as I wake up. Why would I do it first? Well, that's because my brain is the most productive when I wake up in the morning, and the more decisions that I make throughout my day, the slower my brain gets and the worse decision making I become, or the worse at making decisions I become. So all of my urgent tasks that it's necessary that I'm there for, I do those in the morning. As soon as I wake up, knock them out. Your urgent tasks that requires you to be present should be the things that you can say will move the needle for you to make $333 a day. Does that make sense? Now, the urgent tasks like washing my clothes, doing my laundry, that I'm not needed for, what I do, it's so weird, right? I schedule other people to do those things, but I don't schedule them in the morning. You know when I schedule them? I schedule them between my urgent and non-urgent times. So for instance, once I've done all my urgent and the things that's going to be my cash producing activities, once I knock those things out, I may spend 5 to 6 hours super laser dial getting those things done. And then before I do my next batch of things, because my next big block of things are going to be my non-urgent but needed things. The non-urgent things that I have to do. What are non-urgent things that I have to do? Can you guys give me an example? Type in the chat. Non-urgent things that I have to do. Bathe, yes. Eat. Oh gosh, you guys are fucking smart. Oh, I love you guys. Read, shower, drink water, pay bills, gym. Okay, so you guys already got, hey, Danny, brushing your teeth should be like your hygiene part of your day. You got an hour before everything. That's part of the hygiene stuff. She said, brush your teeth. Great. those are the things like while I'm doing the non-urgent things that needs to be done, those are pretty much like my second batch of things. But then I have a little gap, right? And that's going to be my urgent things that I don't need to do. So what I do is I give myself a little gap in between my schedule and I delegate. I tell other people to do those things for me. Does that make sense? So for instance, if I know that I need to go shopping, I need to get groceries, is that urgent or is that non-urgent? It's non-urgent. Do I need to go grocery shopping or can I delegate it? I can delegate it. So once I'm finished, I spend my 5-6 hours literally dialing in onto my urgent and my needed projects, my things that I have to get done. My next things that I will do would probably be picking up my phone and spending 30 minutes delegating all of my tasks, 30 minutes to an hour, delegating my tasks. And this time, what I normally do with this time is like, this would be my lunch time, right? My time where I'm just bullshitting. I'm just resting my brain. Does that make sense? And then I have the non-urgent things that I need to do. I need to be present doing them things. These are the things that I do at the end of the day. So for instance, and I'm really the worst at this. How many of you guys have DMV appointments? You have to go to the DMV for whatever the shit reason, all those things, right? In New York, I would have to go to the DMV early in the morning, right? To beat all the traffic and all those things, right? Let's just say I need to go to the bank. I don't do those things in the morning. You know when I do that? Last freaking minute. Why? Because I need to do it, but it's not urgent. And my priorities are the things that's going to be income producing. Does that make sense? Now, the reason why I would do it in the last of the day is because my brain is at its capacity. I'm just like a zombie at that time. Correct or incorrect? I don't need to think, right? I don't need to make any big decisions. However it comes or however it comes. It doesn't take much brain power to go to a freaking bank or go to the DMV and wait in a line. Now, the bad way of doing this is how I see so many other people do it, is they use their precious time where they have the most amount of energy, right? They have the most amount of energy and then they do these things like waiting in lines and just sitting in traffic and not really doing anything productive. Does that make sense? I'm going to give you guys an assignment. All right. And I promise you in December at the event, how many of you guys, this is like a weird technical skilly class that kind of made us look at things a little bit different. Check this out. In December at our event, I'm going to actually give you guys the full presentation for this. But not only am I going to give you guys the full presentation for this, I'm going to give you guys a handout. And with this handout, you will be able to literally master your time. All right. Your assignments. What is your goal for the next 7 days? What is your goal for the next 7 days? Whether it's monetary, whether it's whatever. What is your goal for the next 7 days? Now, if your goal, like Abigail, is $10,000 for the next 7 days, the next statement or the next thing I'm going to ask for you guys is what are the 3 things that you should be doing every single day for the next 7 days that will accomplish that goal? The 7 important tasks that you are needed to do to get that goal completed. I just need 3. Some of you guys are going to try to rattle off a list of 10 things. Guess what, buddy? We ain't going to get there with 10 things. Keep it simple. 3 things. Sounds cool? Now, what I'm going to need you guys to do is I need you guys to put all that information inside of the Circle community app. All right, Satorian Circle app, we need Monday class discussions. What your intention is for the week, what are you looking to accomplish for the week, and what are your 3 action steps that you are going to commit to? Sounds awesome? So cool. Great. Now, every one of you guys that do want to get access to Satori Live 2023 and get a ticket to come to the event in December, please make sure you either A, reach out to whoever invited you in here, or you reach out to Live Satori Services, or you can do Zelle. Just Zelle us over the payments at support@livesatori.com. And then please make sure you take a screenshot, send it over to Live Satori Services so we can get you into the group so you can start interacting with us. We can start working with you guys together. Sounds cool? Awesome. Perfect. Guys, I do apologize. It was such a long class, but I hope you guys got some value from it. Awesome. All right, guys. I'll see you
Thank you
guys.
so much, Junior.
I'll see you guys later,
Thank
guys.
you,
Take care.
Junior.
Thank you, Junior.